Here we go. Okay, now we're live. I'm
We're
sorry.
live.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil it. I didn't mean to ruin things for you. It's
He's
okay.
fucking shit up, guys.
I'm
Already.
fucking shit up. Technical director. I'm messing shit up. That's the way I do things. All right. We are here for episode 63 of By the Numbers. What have we got on the docket?
Man, we got 5 movies. We got Priscilla. We got Kung Fu Panda. We got Monolith. We have Ordinary Angels. We have Godzilla Kong New Empire.
All right.
Those are our 5 movies.
We've got 5 movies, and we're pretty theater heavy this time.
Yeah.
I'm Dave. That's Rich. We're the Faces for Radio. Let's get rolling. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. The Faces for Radio podcast presents By the Numbers, where we take new releases, theater, streaming, or video. We watch them, we review them, we let you know our thoughts. Now, brother, this is episode 63.
Yeah.
So we are knee deep in the year.
We are.
We had a heavy theatrical review this week.
Yeah.
But what'd you think overall? This was a good week for me.
It was to me too. There was nothing I did not like.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, there was nothing I didn't like either. And I will tell you that our lowest score is 71 average.
Wow.
Our
Okay,
lowest.
now there was one movie I was worried that I didn't think you would like. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like you did.
I did. I mean, there was one where I was kind of like, It was okay. It was good. I liked the quality of it. Not something I would watch again. There was another one that I was really surprised by.
And
I didn't end up giving it a very good score, but I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. There's one you put on the schedule that you put in. Normally, I'm the one that usually puts all the movies in, and Dave is the technical wizard when he's not fucking shit up at the beginning of the show.
When I'm not fucking shit up.
But the movie you picked.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, she's adorable. Every time you put that up there, she's adorable.
Yeah, I got it. It's
Yeah.
permanently in our studio.
Good.
So I will have her soundbite forever.
Oh, you stupid cats already.
Oh.
But there's the movie you picked that I end up fucking loving. I might not scored it the greatest, but I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Because
Dude, there were a couple that I really liked. I mean, I really loved. And even, there's even one that I was like, okay, if I give it this score, I'll be happy. And I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
So I got to say, this was a good week.
It was. There's nothing like spectacular. There's nothing like Dune or Holdovers or Spider-Verse, but the quality and enjoyment of these movies, what makes this a great week.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's go to the chat and see who's with us. Corey jumped in and said, hey, all, sorry I can't join tonight. He is doing a movie swap, you guys, with Dell on Movies, and they're going at the same time as us. So whether you're watching Dell's stream or our stream, either way, please go together and watch the replay. Please give us all the likes. Yeah. Also, of course, Turner Fan 77's channel is playing our live stream as well. So if you can, go over there, hit the like, then come back over here. Either way, if you're in the chat at any point, I will display it. But only
also
the ones that are connected.
Corey coming up in a couple weeks.
We do have Corey Cohen up in a we have a 4-way.
Yeah.
We have Corey and Jay. Was it Jay?
No, it's Robert.
No, it's not Jay. It's Robert.
It's Robert.
I was like, we had Jay twice.
Yeah,
sorry about that, Jay. I'm sorry, Rob. No, yeah. So we have Rob and Corey coming on the 24th for our show that night. So we're going to get their scores, and it's going to be the average of the 4 of us for that show, which will be interesting.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Chris
What's
is up.
Chris?
What's up, Chris? Good to see you. There's Jay. What's up, Jay?
Hope you're doing good.
Yep. Hey, Stacy's in the house.
Stacey?
Been a minute. Work life's been a mess. But we're going to hear her say, hey. Say
appreciate
hey.
it, man.
And also, Stacy, we've got you this month for your high five.
Oh, shit, we do?
Yeah.
What's the thing?
Vacation movies?
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. You get us those movies, Stacy.
Yeah, so we need your picks.
Yeah.
For your vacation movies. I think it was vacation movies. I got to double check
We got to finish out the rest of the year.
We got to finish out the rest of the year. I think we talked about it, but we just never put it out.
Yeah.
Including which we have a special high five with Sunny coming up in July or August. We also need to do a high five with my buddy John over at Spirits of Spirits.
Oh God, we do. We
have decided that we're going to do his 5 favorite sports movies.
Sports movies?
We're going to do sports movies with him.
Oh, awesome.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think we're going to go June for that.
Okay.
Or because I haven't had anybody say anything about doing June's high five, so we might switch it and do John.
Okay, that's perfect, man. Look, you get his ass on here, I'm up. Whatever he can do it.
Oh no, he's totally down. And then middle of June, we take our summer break with Spirits of Spirits, because he can spend time with his kids during the summer and all that kind of good stuff. And also, it's his first anniversary coming up in July. So
awesome.
Big happy anniversary to him and his wife, who is amazing. He's definitely fighting above his weight class. But and then, of course, my anniversary is my 30th anniversary coming up in July also. So we're going to try to get together and do a paranormal investigation at some point in the summer and show it on Spirits of Spirits. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
But yeah, Jay confirms it's not him. And yes, sorry, Jay. You've been on so many times. I just take it for granted that you're the one that's going to be on.
Right.
But you're always welcome to come back any time, brother, because it was a lot of fun having you on. All right. So getting into the nitty-gritty of it, we got our 5 movies, and we scored them. I took the average, ranked them 5-1. Which one do you think got our lowest average score?
I'm gonna go with the movie that I really enjoyed, and I didn't think I was going to. Ordinary Angels.
Okay, not a bad choice, but not our lowest scored movie. Our lowest scored movie of this week is Priscilla.
Oh wow! I thought this was gonna go higher.
But like I said, considering the fact that our lowest scored movie still got an average score of 71, so it's not bad. This could have been like second or even first for some of the shows that we've done.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this movie, man?
This was okay. I was all right, and not something that I would watch again. But
see, when you said that earlier, I thought you were talking about another movie.
No, this is the one I was talking about.
Okay,
I was like, okay, it was. Where's my thing? Lost it. Okay, I was trying to bring up my outro. So, this is the. This was like, I was like, okay, this was the last one I had to watch. I watched it last night, and I was like, okay, there were, I was bored through a couple of parts of it. I thought it was a little slow in the middle. It was my opinion. I wasn't really buying what Sofia Coppola was selling here. Because there were some scenes that really didn't make sense.
I think she's an overrated director.
I agree. I don't think she's as good as her dad.
Right.
And I think it's basically, oh, it's Coppola, so you think it's
Yeah,
no. I think she's too big for her britches. I think
agree.
I think she's okay, but I think she was doing something. I think she was trying too hard
I agree.
with this. I found myself constantly comparing this Elvis to Austin Butler's
But
Elvis,
you can't do that though. I mean,
but you can't. They were
yeah,
totally different.
yeah,
And this is, this of course, this is the biopic of Priscilla Presley, and not the pedophile known as Elvis, or at least how he's portrayed kind of
yeah.
in this movie.
Very much. I mean, that was weird.
It was creepy. I
Yeah.
was like,
there's no way I would let my daughter.
no, heck no.
No.
No, I don't care if you're Elvis Presley.
Yeah, it was just weird. And they were like, "Oh, I'll take care." No,
No.
dude, he would have got punched in the
She
face.
didn't go to school. No, it was like, no. I'm just,
Yeah,
I don't care who you are.
it was just really weird.
Yeah, it was odd. And like I said, there were a couple scenes that really just didn't work for me. Like when he's like, I think we should spend some time apart, and then, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up, and then that was the whole scene. Or she goes into his room and he's like, let me show you what a real man is, and then he leaves, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this about? I don't get these parts. I understand their relationship was tumultuous. I understand that, he's big famous and he had affairs and things happen. Fine. And I didn't know about a lot of the stuff from Priscilla's point of view, namely how young she was in the beginning. So there were some interesting parts here.
Yeah. I like the girl that plays Priscilla. I thought she did a fantastic job. I was
surprised. I think she did a good job. I agree with that.
There was moments where I was like, I cringed for her because it felt like not almost say disgust, but like the pain she felt, of heartbreak, and I was like, oh man, I could feel that.
I agree with that. And there were some points for me where she seemed like JonBenet Ramsey.
Oh yeah,
like she was just a little beauty queen.
Yeah, in that bed when she's trying to
you're just standing there next to him because she looked like a doll next to him. He was like tall. He was fucking huge, and she was like up to his belly button. I don't know, and I think he did an okay job as Elvis.
He wasn't bad.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't as good as Austin Butler, but he wasn't bad.
No.
So just to read the synopsis on this, it says, when teenage Priscilla Beaulieu meets Elvis Presley, the man who is already a meteoric rock and roll superstar becomes someone entirely unexpected in private moments. A thrilling crush, an ally in loneliness, a vulnerable best friend. You guys, this is playing on Max right now. So if you want to watch it, I do think it's worth a watch. But again, whereas the Elvis movie was more on Elvis, but it was told from Colonel Parker's point of view.
Yeah.
This is basically a story of Priscilla, told from Priscilla's point of view. So it's her view of Elvis and some of the stuff that he did, but it only goes through like the first real part of his stardom until she leaves. So that it was interesting. I wasn't all excited about it. Watching the trailer, I was like, yeah, but I won't buy this.
I think I would add this to my collection if it was like $10 or under Blu-ray.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've not seen it yet. Are they portraying Elvis as a groomer? Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah, very much so.
Dave hit it a very pedophile-ish.
Yeah. So, hey, what's up, Cody? Good to see you, man. But he's very much a groomer. Like he is saving her for this and doing that and changing her hair and changing her highlight. I mean,
it gets uncomfortable at times.
It gets uncomfortable. There were a few things where just the way he was behaving was just, it was creepy. It was like, I was like, ugh. Yeah. If I was the captain, Priscilla's dad, I'd be like, no, fuck you, dude. You're not.
As soon as he came to the house to ask if we take a note, dude, you're out.
What's up, Tiana?
What's up,
good
Tiana?
To see you.
Hope you're doing good.
I see Godzilla on the list tonight. Yes, it is. Yep. Godzilla is definitely coming up later in the show. But right now we're talking about Priscilla, which is on Max right now. And I'll bring it up again. This is the biopic of Priscilla. Now, the girl who plays Priscilla Presley, I don't know if you knew this. This is the girl who was in Pacific Rim Uprising.
I've only seen that movie once, so I didn't.
Oh. Well, the girl that made the bot, and the main girl.
I didn't know that.
Same girl.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yeah. I was like, wow, she looks familiar. And I started looking her up and I'm like, oh shit.
I'm not a real big fan of Pacific Rim. I own them both, but I haven't watched them since I bought them.
I liked Pacific Rim, but yeah, not that great. But yeah, saying hey to each other. Caveman is in the house.
What's up, Caveman? I hope you're doing good, man. Haven't talked to you in a little bit.
Yeah, Rich, you still look a little stiff. Well, we did talk before the show. I stroked him a little bit, so he might be a little stiff. I did. And I was fucking things up. So he was like getting a little rich. Are you fucking this up? But yeah, we're here to talk about Priscilla. Let's close this out. Talk about our highlights on it, because we actually have some pretty good highlights on these, on all these movies. So Rich, you actually gave a 9 to the acting, and you gave 8s. I mean, pretty much across the board. Yeah. Ending, story, visuals, direction, sound, genre, and subgenre. I gave a 10 to the sound. I love the soundtrack. I love the music, because they didn't just put Elvis music. There were other music in there too, including Dolly Parton's rendition of "I Will Always Love You" at the end, which was beautiful. I gave 8s to the acting and the genre, and then I gave 7s to ending, story, visuals, direction, and subgenre. So all in all, I think this is a good, worthwhile watch. I don't think it's a buy, but I do think it's worth seeing, especially if you're a fan of Elvis or you want to know more about you like biopics or something like that. But I still think it's a good movie to watch. It's a little slow, but
I'm prepared to be uncomfortable.
The acting's solid. My dog is right there. But Yoki, what are you doing? Come here, handsome. Come here. Come here. Come see. Come see me. Come here. Come here. You don't want to be on camera, you fat boy. All right. So let's go to our final scores on Priscilla, coming in 5th place, you guys. But like I said, not by much. IMDb is giving this 6.6. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 84%. Audience score 63%. Rich, you gave it a 73. I gave it a 69 for a total average score of 71.
That's pretty good, man.
That's the lowest score. That's not bad. That's a worthwhile score.
Yeah, guys, this is on Max. Check it out.
Yeah.
There's all these movies this week.
Yeah.
At least me, I recommend all 5 of them.
I agree. I recommend all 5 of them too. I was, of course, 3 of these are from the theater. So I'm glad we got it. I'm glad you got a chance to watch Ordinary Angels, first of all. Yeah. But I'm really glad that we watched these 3 in the theater, and it was a lot of fun. So, incidentally, just want to point this out. I did the math, because I was busy over the weekend, so I was stuck in a hotel room. But I did the math with last week's show, and Roadhouse would have been our #1 movie if Alex hadn't have been on the show.
What, dude? Guys, I am not going to apologize for loving Roadhouse.
No, don't apologize for. I liked it. Like I said,
fun.
I didn't like it as much as you did, but I liked it. But average score for that one for the 2 of us was 73.5, and that would have been our highest one last week.
Man, when you I was
so considering our lowest one is 71 this week.
Yeah.
That's just something to think about. But I was like looking through. So it was Roadhouse was 1, Napoleon was 2, and then I can't remember the third movie. But Color Purple and that god awful one on Netflix were 4 and 5. Ghostbusters, duh. Ghostbusters were 3.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting pulling Alex's bell curve scores out of the way. It changed the whole scope of what we did. It was actually pretty cool.
I've watched Roadhouse 2 more times. I've seen Roadhouse 3 times.
Yep. So Jay says Elvis wanted to sing "I Always Love You," but Dolly turned him down because he wanted to own the rights to the song too. Yes, that is correct. He wanted the rights to that song and he wanted to sing it. Dolly's like, no. So I that's why I thought it was kind of cool, poetic justice, if you were, to have Dolly Parton's rendition of that song play at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So interesting thing. All right. Number 4. Which one do you think got our number 4?
I'm torn because this movie, one of the movies I already said, Ordinary Angels, really, really stuck with me. Just for different reasons. That has nothing to do with the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
But there's just something to say about a film, like whatever you're feeling at that moment when you're watching a movie, whether it's related to that movie or not, that just kind of sticks with you. If the emotions come out, at least for me.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Ordinary Angels. No, I'm going to go with Monolith. I want to go with Monolith.
Going with Monolith. All right. Hey, Grant.
What's up, Grant?
I don't know if we're going to take on Little Wing. To be honest,
I have it scheduled in May.
Oh, it is scheduled, so we are going to do it.
Yeah, I have Little Wing.
Is it? It's probably May then, right?
Yeah, it's May.
Okay, so we're coming up in May on that. So we are going to do Little Wing. I was wondering about, because I do have your review on Little Wing.
I did it because Grant, he brought it up. I think it was in a message to us. I don't remember where he sent it, but I liked what he had to say. So I was like, you know what? And we kind of talked about it on Movie News at 5 for just a teeny tiny bit. And I was like, you know what?
It was just a little snippet on Movie News at 5, which you guys, by the way, Movie News at 5 airs on Friday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific. It's pre-recorded, so you can just watch it whenever you want, but that's when it actually drops.
It's with Mike Cock and his huge ass.
Yeah, my huge ass and Mike Cock. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like we're doing it, and got some interesting stories this week. That
I added 2 more. I added more stories. I was like, I gotta put it in this week. There's just no way.
I know you got to, because you got that thing from Evan. So I know we got more to talk about than the normal thing. Yeah. But we had an extra show. We had an extra thing to talk about last week, and and we still were under 30 minutes. So
we try to keep around 30 minutes.
We try to keep it 25 to 30 minutes. So it doesn't take too much out of your day, unlike this. Unlike what we do now. All right. So yeah, number 4 movie is Monolith.
This is the one I was worried about you liking.
Okay. I like this. This was intriguing.
It was.
This was really interesting. It's very suspenseful. I hazard to say this is a sci-fi movie, but they call this a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
I think this is more of a thriller. But so I had sci-fi as the genre and thriller as a subgenre. But yeah, this was interesting, dude. Yeah. I like this. Up until the end. The end bothered me.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it was pretty cool. So this is actually from 2022. It's an Australian film. So it gets our foreign movie scoring system. And the synopsis reads, a headstrong journalist whose investigative podcast uncovers a strange artifact, an alien conspiracy, and the lies at the heart of her own story. So, this was fascinating. I was at first going, okay, what's the point? I don't understand what's going on. And then there's this artifact that comes up. And then, like an anonymous tip on this artifact. And what really kind of got me is that this person's podcast, which is called Beyond Belief, is synonymous with Spirits of Spirits, which is the show that I do about the paranormal and haunted artifacts and things like that. So this kind of just fell right into my wheelhouse. And I was like, okay, I'm really interested. It was getting creepy. There was definitely an alien element. There was like creepy vibes coming in. And then this thing pulls a 180 on you.
And you're like, wait, what?
And you're like, whoa, what the heck's going on?
When she comes face to face with that thing, and there's that one shot where she comes around the corner and she's like, what the hell is that noise? And you see it like kind of doing its thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's creepy. It's not scary in any way.
No,
it's just
it's creepy. It was like it's like like you're watching a true crime thing, to where you're like, oh wow, okay, what's gonna happen next, and what does this lead to? And because that's what she's doing. She's basically doing investigating into this artifact and what's going on, and then she's tying this all together. But there's, like I said, there's a twist in here, which I didn't want, but I liked. Right? So it was like, oh, I don't want it to do that, but I was like, but it's okay. I'm cool with it. And then it, and then it does something crazy at the end, and you're like, and that's the thing. The end was like, okay, who won?
Yeah. Right? Because there was really no conclusion.
There was no closure. I was like, okay, so, and that really bugs me. If you're gonna, if you're gonna give me a part 2, then great. But if you're gonna end the movie with you don't know who wins, then I'm a little pissed off about that.
This reminds me, I don't know if it happened if you had Apple TV Plus at the time. There was a show on there. It was like a 25-minute show on Apple TV Plus where there was no one acting. It was just all done. Or no one on screen. It was all done like through 911 calls or phone calls. I wish I remembered what it was called. And this reminded me very much of that, when she was talking to the people on the phone and recording them. Have you guys seen that Apple TV Plus show? Where it's just, oh man, it was really intriguing. I watched it all in one day because I was like, oh my God, this is like really fascinating. It's kind of reminded me of that.
That's interesting. But yeah, no, I didn't start with Apple TV Plus until you and I started doing the show. So,
that Apple TV Plus was like a sci-fi, because it's a sci-fi show. Because I don't want to spoil it at all, but because there's stuff in that, but you don't see anything. It's all oral, not this kind of oral.
it's all oral. It's all it's all fellatio. But so with this movie, I was like, okay, so yeah, I was just almost edge of my seat, like, what's gonna happen next? I was like, I was having trouble predicting this as it went through.
The first time I watched it, I was like, oh man.
And then the part about her childhood comes up.
Yep.
And I'm going, what the fuck is going on? It just threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
And then how it ended was like, okay, that was crazy.
See, I think you could watch this movie without the TV on, with just the audio up until the twist. You have to visually see the twist, I think.
I agree with that. Well, because most of it is done like this on the podcast, like we're talking about. Which, by the way, we're sponsored by Spotify for podcasting. And I'm
great
segue right into that.
Great
right effing now. So they take the audio portion of this live stream, sponsor us, and link to other podcast shows like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts. They do it all for free, and they give us sponsors. That is what this lady's doing. Is she's a journalist for a podcast, and she's basically doing this and recording like interviews with people that she's calling and stuff. So thank you, Monolith, for letting me segue into that.
That was great. And also, there's a couple other cool shots I really like. The close up of the mic.
Movie Hunter came in a little bit late. Oral? What did you walk in? You walked in on some. Yeah, we're talking some oral stuff. So saying hey to everybody, love it. But yeah, we are talking about Monolith.
This is on digital VOD, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, visual. Yeah, we watched this on Vudu, so you can watch this on Vudu. It's available on Prime, all at a rental. I don't know if it's going to end up on a streaming service for free at any point. But again, I think this is worth watching. It was interesting. It was it was suspenseful, it was intriguing, it kept me interested all the way through, even though it was slow moving, it was a slow burn at a lot of points. You're going, okay, I want to know what happens next. I want to know what happens next. I want to know who else she talks to. I want to know who else has this artifact. I want to know what's inside the artifact. I want to know why it looks like that. And then when you start to get the answers, you're going, okay, what? So yeah, I just think the only thing I did not like is how it ended.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a terrible ending.
It's not a terrible ending.
Open-ended. You just don't get the right.
You don't get that closure. It was like you go like this and it goes.
Yeah.
And that was the so you just okay. So
you get a really good hand job and she stops.
Exactly. It's they're
like, oh, come on, just a little bit more.
Yeah, put in the work, damn it. But yeah, and I'm just okay. I'm trying to piece it together myself, and I'm like, okay, she lit a cigarette. Does that mean something? Does it, that how she walked or whatever? Does it answer the questions? No, nothing answered the question for me as to what actually happened there. So
but the thing is, though, I had an issue with the water, the scene by the water with the rock and the thing, because what happened was that thing like crushes the recorder, like it has strength.
Right. There's obvious power there.
Yeah.
Why was there even a wrestling match?
Yeah, that's what I was, oh, wait a minute. And then you're like, wait, did this? Did it do this?
Yeah. So like, yeah, that bugged me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're thinking that that one side prevailed over the other.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the coin, that side that was powerful also didn't know how to talk yet.
Didn't it say something?
Like it was mimicked toward the end there.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Right, but at first it didn't speak. So I was like, I don't understand. So it made me think, okay, so then how is it able to light a cigarette? And so it was just interesting. DreamWorks for 2025 right now, Dogman in January, Bad Guys 2 in August, How to Train Your Dragon live action, yes, in June. Not a shot for shot, but we'll have its own adaptation. Thanks, Grant. CinemaCon is in a week. Wish me luck for news coverage of new movies. Good luck, my friend.
We'll be covering some of it on Movie News at 5.
Yeah.
I keep my ear to the ground when it comes to stuff. I scour the trades, Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter.
So yeah. I just look for dead people. And send it to him.
He's the Bruce Willis.
I see dead people. That's what I do. That's what I do on my paranormal show. That's what I do on this show. I see dead people. So, but I also see new releases. So I guess I see I see new life as well. So, let's go to our highlights on Monolith. You guys, this is coming in 4th place. And on any other day would be probably 2nd or even 1st. Let's see. You have a 10 in the story, and then you have a 9 in the trailer, which I did like the trailer.
Yeah.
You have 8s for acting, direction, sound, and genre, and then 7s for ending and subgenre. I have a 9 for subgenre. For the thriller element, because there was a lot of tension. I have 8s for acting, story, and direction. I think the lead here was basically just her. She was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 7s for trailer and for sound. But yeah, I do recommend this. I don't know if I'm not recommending you spend money on it.
Wait till it hits streaming. But I think it's definitely worth seeing. Yeah.
Let's go to our final scores on Monolith, coming in 4th place, you guys. IMDb is giving this a 6.0. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 87%. Audience score 53%. Rich, you gave it a 76. I gave it a 68 for a total average score of 72.
Quick question. Good score. Quick question. When
Yeah.
you started this movie, when it opens up, the screen's just black, right? You're like, wait a minute. I was like, did my TV just go out? Did I turn my TV off?
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. And I had to hit the pause button to make sure I didn't mess something up. Did it bother you that it did that?
Well, yeah, I actually thought my internet froze.
See,
Right?
Like,
I was like, so I looked at my router and then it started and I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe there was a delay or something because it actually kind of buffered on me a couple times in the middle of the movie. But no, this was good. It was a nice surprise.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I think I bought this when it was on sale for like $7.99.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an $8 investment that I think is worth it.
I think that's worth it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Lucy Campbell wrote this, and I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's worth checking out, guys.
Yeah.
Another foreign movie we liked.
Yeah.
Even though it's in English, it's still a foreign movie.
Yeah. Because it's hard to recognize those. It's all Australian. So, oh yeah, DreamWorks is turning 30 in October.
I wish I was turning 30, Grant.
I wish I was turning 30 too. I wish I could bring 30 back.
Me too.
It'd be like bringing sexy back.
We don't qualify as sexy.
No, not anymore. But at 30,
I might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sexier.
Yeah.
Like that. All right. So, number 3. Which one do you think was number 3?
City of Angels.
You mean Ordinary Angels?
Ordinary Angels.
City of Angels, yes. It's Los Angeles, Battle of Los Angeles, coming in at number 3. No. Yes. Ordinary Angels comes in at number 3.
God, I like this movie.
I loved this. I really enjoyed this movie.
I'm not a Hilary Swank fan, but man, she was good in this.
I liked her in this, and here's the thing. Okay, so Hilary Swank's portrayal in this movie was spot on, like my mother.
Really?
My biological mother, who passed away when I was 21. So it was like warmth. I was just like, she's behaving like my mom did. My mom was a hairdresser. It was really cool to see. Like she channeled my mom for this movie.
Awesome.
I'd do me at 30. Yeah, caveman. Get it. Hey, for a 57-year-old, I'm bringing back sexy. Dude, Jay, you were always sexy, my friend.
Yeah. You're sexual chocolate on the.
That's right.
The Faces for Radio.
Yes. As far as we're concerned.
Yeah.
So let me read the synopsis on this. It says, inspired by the incredible true story of a hairdresser who single-handedly rallies an entire community to help a widowed father save the life of his critically ill daughter.
Yeah. This is the movie I was talking about where I already got some shit going on in my head. And then this, just seeing Alan Richards, I can't say his last name, like his portrayal of that father, he had some range in this movie that you don't see in.
You don't get it in Reacher or the other stuff he does. Yeah, Alan Richardson.
He proved here he has.
Yeah,
he
can act.
Yeah,
he proved here that he can act. He can go toe to toe with Hilary Swank, who's won 2 Oscars.
This movie brought me to tears. Like, I mean, tears were like streaming down my face.
Tears, joy. Like just the way the town came together and all the shit that happened to him and his family and his girls, and just the the way Hilary Swank's character kind of stepped up and started doing stuff when her life was a mess.
And then her relationship with her son,
just a great story, just a beautiful like heart-wrenching story. This will tug at your heartstrings for sure. But yeah, I loved it. I was blown away watching it.
I'm glad you picked this because I think I needed it at that time when I watched it. I really did. So thank you for picking this.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. or the hairdresser graduated from my high
Oh,
school
that's right, bro.
years after me. Yeah, I can't wait to see what local spots I can recognize. Well, I don't know, but
Yeah.
they were clearing out a parking lot for a helicopter, and they doing all. I mean, it was
Yeah, and the ending, and we always talk about how we love the real life stuff.
Yeah,
after you get to see the real life people at the as the credits roll, which I really, I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, no, me too.
And this was I won't say a religious movie, but what do they call it? An inspirational? No, what do they call those? Because it's not really. I mean, there is
like inspirational, or
is that what they're called?
Yeah, like one of those. Yeah, like an inspirational film. It really, brings your hope
behind
up.
it.
Yeah.
They do a good job. It's you see Alan Richardson talking to God. He's on the roof. Just little things like that. And it wasn't overdone. It wasn't cheap. Faith-based. Thank you.
There's definitely I
think they did it properly here.
They didn't overdo it. They didn't make it evangelistic.
Mm-hmm.
There was just enough faith to really inspire and kind of I don't know. It brought me to a level that I haven't been to in the movies in a long time.
Yeah, I was laying in bed just thinking about this movie after I watched it. It was just like this was. I won't say this is the best movie on the list this week, but there was just something about it that just really stands out more than Godzilla, Kung Fu Panda, and the other 4 movies. To me, there's meat on this bone for this movie.
Yeah. That's when I do feel like this is on par with Godzilla and Kung Fu Panda, but totally different genre. This is like,
I think there's more here.
There's more. Yeah, this is something I don't think it'll be considered for an Oscar.
Oh no,
but
no way.
But this is something that I would put up to those Oscar, those picks and stories and stuff like this. I would buy this movie.
Yeah, if I have to buy it on DVD, so be it. I'll buy it.
I'll buy it. I'll for sure buy it.
Yeah,
I'd watch this again. I absolutely loved it.
Guys, I recommend it. I seen it in the theater. I think it's still in theaters, and I think it's coming to digital next week, maybe VOD. Probably a $20 rental, $15 rental. But when you get a chance to see this, definitely check it out.
Yeah, let me see, because I think I saw it when I was doing the stuff for our show. That it was coming to VOD this month. No, I don't see it, but I do think it's coming out like in the next month or so.
Yeah, you guys definitely check it out. Hopefully it hits somewhere like Netflix when it comes to streaming. Maybe Max.
Maybe Max. Maybe I don't think Prime will get it. I think this is something that'll probably hit Netflix or Max.
Yeah.
I wonder what. Do I know which company is doing it?
I don't know. It's a not low budget. It's an indie company.
Yeah, it's Kingdom's Green Hummingbird Entertainment, Stampede Ventures. It's not.
Yeah.
Doesn't have much on it, but
the production value on this was great.
It
very much looked like the 80s.
Yeah. No, this was a very enjoyable film. It like I said, it will tug at you. But you'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll cheer, you'll be angry. But in the end, I think it comes together exactly how it should.
When she first shows up at his door and his mom's like, "Hey, come on in," you
Yeah.
know, and he looks at her like, "What the fuck you doing?" Just
Yeah.
that look he gives her. I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Yeah.
That look.
And I love what she says. It's like, you know, when a woman's, you know, when a woman's there giving you free money to help out, that's a sign. That's a sign from God. You can get it. We can make her dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like, well, you know, if she's got money for us, we can make her dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some really good lines in here.
Yeah.
And there were, you know, not without her demons. Hilary Swank's character had her own demons that she had to deal with at the same time. And
I want to give props to the two little girls. We're hard on children actors. I thought they did a great job.
They did a good job. I agree. And I think the son did a good job too.
He's not in it much, but
no, but his part is impactful, particularly, you know, because basically he's in like twice, I think.
Yeah.
But
at the
for
bar.
one reason or another. And I think it really his parts impact the story, especially her story. So I liked it. Let's go to our highlights on it. Rich, you gave a 9 to the story, and then you gave 8s to the ending, sound, and 7s to the acting, direction, and genre. I gave 10s to the ending, story, and subgenre, and then I gave 8s to the cast, acting, trailer, direction, and genre. So I like this a little bit more than you did. I mean, as far as score wise, but I think we're both on the same wavelength as how we felt watching the movie. But let's go to our final scores on it. Again, Ordinary Angels is in the theaters now, but will probably show up on video on demand soon or hit digital soon. But here we go. IMDb is giving this a 7.6. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 85%. Audience score 99%. Rich, you gave it a 69. I gave it an 84 for an average score of 76.5.
Man, you really scored that really good.
I loved this movie.
Yeah.
I really like this movie. And a 99% audience score.
Yeah.
On
that says something.
Tomatoes. That says something about this movie. This
for a faith-based movie.
Yeah, that's interesting. I liked it. All right, we got 2 more left, bro.
2 more.
Which one do you think came at number 2?
I'm gonna go Kung Fu Panda.
You're gonna go Kung Fu Panda, but it was Godzilla.
Oh,
so Godzilla X Kong comes in at number 2, you guys. And Tiana, I hope you're still on, because this is the part that you were looking for. So this is Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Let me read the synopsis on it. 2 ancient titans, Godzilla and Kong, clash in an epic battle as humans unravel their intertwined origins and connection to Skull Island's mysteries. It goes a lot deeper than that, you guys. As you saw from the trailer, Godzilla and Kong have to band together to fight another titan, like something really nasty. But I like this a lot, bro.
This was so stupid, but so fun.
Yeah.
I took my son to see this. My 4-year-old son. He loves Godzilla. He just I don't know why he has a fascination with Godzilla. He wants to see Godzilla -1. I'm like, bro, you can't even read. I don't know how you're gonna watch that movie. But he marked out when the first shot at Kong. He had a blast. He sat through all 2 hours. But yeah, like I said, this movie's so stupid. The dialogue's cringe, but it's so fun. This movie, this was really, really fun movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it surpassed, like, they expected 50 million opening weekends, and it did like $80 million.
Yeah, no, it did good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right now, so it had $135 million budget, and so far gross worldwide $209.6 million.
That's pretty fucking good. See, I say it like I'm over the Marvel movies because they're big, over the spectacles, cost a lot of money to make, and they're boring lately. But this, man, this is just like a big popcorn movie that you could just have fun with, turn your brain off, and you had a fucking Kong suplexes Godzilla through a pyramid. I was waiting for him to jump up and do the "You Can't See Me."
Do that. Do the people's elbow.
Yeah, with his Infinity Gauntlet.
That would be awesome.
That would be fun.
But yeah, oh dude. So this is the thing. There was more action in this movie with the monsters than there has been in any of the Godzilla movies before. Someone
knew what the job was.
Someone amped up the fights, and I loved this. Because that was the thing I didn't like about Godzilla versus Kong is there wasn't really much fighting between the two. Couple of fights, but otherwise they were just kind of and then Godzilla King of Monsters, there was like 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah.
The first Godzilla, you don't really see a whole lot, and there's like 1 or 2 fights. This one, there's fights. There's like a whole Planet of the Apes fight. There's like another like a funny dragon type thing fight. There's Mothra. There's like all kinds of monsters.
And Mothra was fucking fantastic.
Mothra was great. I love Mothra. Tiamat was awesome, and then there was that one snake one that was in the water.
That was pretty cool. Visually, this was stunning.
Yeah, the CGI on this was really good.
This was eye candy.
This was total like. Tiana's like, it's so good. I think this is the one that you watch in the theater.
Yeah.
Because this has got like, I know I didn't see it in IMAX, but this was like it was crazy. Totally agree. I loved, this was my favorite part. The fighting with the monsters was the best part. I mean, they have the funky veterinarian and, the other dude. Now, corner, you got Brian Tyree Henry, who comes in.
Him and that dude
with an American accent, which was funny.
So great together.
Yeah, I like their chemistry.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Rebecca Hall. I like Rebecca Hall, but I don't know. And I love the little girl, Gia. I love her, even though she does not speak in the movie. She communicates really well with her eyes and her emotions. Absolutely love it. But this was fun. I really enjoyed this. I had a blast watching it.
My son will only last in a movie probably about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and he's ready to go. So it's hard to take him to like an action movie that's not like a cartoon. Boy, was he jazzed, man. He was like sitting on my lap, and he's like just taking it all in, like cheering. So yeah, this was definitely a fun movie.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with the cringe moments and the dialogue and the funny stuff, but that's not what you go for. You're going here for the Pacific Rim fucking monster battles. That's what we got. Loved this. This was fantastic for what I wanted.
And the detail in the special effects was fantastic. Yeah. Just like when there's a scene where you see Godzilla climbing into the Colosseum and wherever it's at, Rome, I don't know.
It's Rome. Well, Rome is in Italy, so you're right.
And it just the way it was done, the way he steps in, and the way he kind of lays in it like a cat. I don't know. That was just a pretty cool shot.
That was neat. The whole, I think all that stuff was really cool. I just think that I wish they'd have destroyed Tokyo. It would have made more sense to me. But instead they're in Rome and Rio de Janeiro, and I would have liked that for it to have been Tokyo at some point, because it just makes sense for the whole thing. But
what do you think of the pink Godzilla? I thought it worked.
I like that, especially how they changed its energy. So I think it did work. So they, of course, the radiation has the blue energy, and then that other energy caused the pink energy. So I think they answered it
Yeah, I think they did a really good job doing it.
I think they did a really good job with it.
That's probably the best storytelling in the whole movie.
Yeah. You know, because it's like, and you didn't even get any dialogue with that. It's like, oh, I see what's going on. It totally makes sense now. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it totally answered the question, because in the trailer, you're like, why is the energy pink? I don't understand this. But it totally gives you that during the movie, and you're like, oh wow, totally cool. And then, right down to Kong's toothache, loved it.
That was fun. That made me chuckle.
I loved it. And it's so funny. And then, the whole arm thing, that was kind of cheesy, but I liked the action with that. I liked the bad guy and the other Titan.
And I like the whip thing that he had with the spines. It was a spine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was spine, or from a serpent or something. Yeah. But of course the end of that was the key.
Yeah.
And of what was going on. And I thought that was pretty cool. But you're like, that sooner or later you're gonna lose that power. And dude, it was fun. I say this is one to watch in the theater.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm gonna buy it when it comes out.
Me too.
Because I have the whole series, but this is one I for sure will buy and watch again. I really like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Rich, your description of your boy reminds me of when I first saw Ultraman as a young whippersnapper. Too bad it didn't age well.
You know what, Caveman? I have never seen Ultraman.
I've seen Ultraman. I still enjoy Ultraman. But it's totally dated. It's like Power Rangers. Right? It's the same type of thing. Right. That's
loves Power Rangers too.
I used to enjoy Power Rangers, like early Power Rangers, but I know my boys loved it. They were collecting all the Rangers. That was crazy. All right, let's go to our highlights on Godzilla X Kong. You guys coming in second place this week. Rich, you actually gave 10s to the visuals, sound, genre, and subgenre. You gave 8s to cast and trailer, and then 7s to ending and direction. I gave 10s to visual and subgenre, and then I gave 8s to trailer, ending, sound, and genre, and then a 7 for cast. But yeah, you guys, this was a lot of fun. Let's go to our final scores on Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, coming in second place, you guys. Here we go. IMDb is giving this a 6.7. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 55% because they have sticks up their butts. Audience score 92%.
You can't get. Because I get the critics.
I get that critics are gonna hate on this. That's fine.
There's nothing there.
There's no substance. This is all form. This is just
this is just
Rich, you gave it a 79. I gave it a 77 for an average score of 78.
You already spoiled that for me earlier.
I am sorry. But I couldn't see the thumbnail, so I was having all kinds of problems. So you were saying Godzilla was also in the Barbie movie. I don't know. If Godzilla was in the Barbie movie, I probably would have watched it sooner.
Yeah.
All right. Number 1 movie this week, you guys, is Kung Fu Panda 4. And this movie's fucking awesome.
It had no business being.
It had no business being this good. I was like, why? I'm okay. So check this scene. So I normally do not watch animated movies in the theater, right? I have a problem with that. But I'm sitting there, I'm watching the movie, and I'm like, I am really liking this. I look over my wife, and my wife is laughing, full-blown belly laugh, loving this movie. And let me tell you, she absolutely hated Mutant Mayhem.
Yeah, you told her it was my fault.
No, it was your fault. I'm totally throwing you under the bus with that one. She hated Mutant Mayhem, And she was like, I don't want to see Kung Fu Panda. So we're watching this movie, and she was laughing. She was having a great time.
And you know
came
what?
out of that movie.
She probably needed that.
You know what this was really the right time and place to have this happen.
Yeah.
So we watched it like last Tuesday, and it really
power of movies, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was a great time.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, my favorite part of this movie wasn't Jack Black. It was the two dads. I fucking loved that.
I dug that.
Oh man,
that was so funny. It's you and me trying to go after our kids.
Yeah,
that's what that was.
Yeah, guys, if you have not seen this, I don't know how much longer it's going to be in theaters. I think it's worth seeing in theaters. It's made a ton of money too, man.
Yeah, this is so funny. I'm going to read the synopsis. Says, after Poe is tapped to become the spiritual leader of the Valley of Peace, he needs to find and train a new dragon warrior, while a wicked sorceress plans to resummon all the master villains whom Poe has vanquished to the spirit realm. So you got the addition of Viola Davis as the chameleon, the bad guy. You got Awkwafina, which comes in as Zen.
What did you think of her? I thought she was a little subdued. She wasn't.
Well, that's why I liked her. I thought they did not let her go off. I mean, of course, her voice is recognizable right off the bat.
Didn't we just see something with her in it earlier? Another animated something, and she was good in that too. I wonder if she's starting to realize to dial it back.
I don't know if that, but we saw her in that the sister one with the lottery winning or whatever with the.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. Yeah,
that's the one.
And she was dialed back there too.
She was really good in that, and I liked her in this.
Yeah.
So originally I was like, Awkwafina, but I think she did pretty good here.
Yeah, I agree.
I was pretty happy with it.
And I love the little nods to the older movies, the past three with the villains.
Yeah, with the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
So of course you got, you don't have the Furious Five here,
which is kind of good.
Well, I think it's fine because this is really about Poe ascending, and finding a new dragon warrior. But you still got, you got James Hong, who is the goose. You got Ke Huy Quan, who is in this as another character.
God, I love him, man.
Dustin Hoffman is back as Shifu. But you've got, the villains that are coming in. You got, but I thought it was good. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed this. Let me get to some numbers here. $85 million budget. Made $349.7 million so far, and I think a couple more million is coming its way.
Yeah, wait till that shit blows up on VOD, and it's really gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, but yeah, this was so much fun. Speaking of fun, we have a review from our good buddy Grant from Movie Buff Grant. Who also has a view on this movie. Now, Grant, I apologize. I had to cut this a little bit because I'm trying to keep it around a minute. So I did cut some stuff out, but hopefully not anything super important. But here is his review of Kung Fu Panda 4. Check this out.
Hey guys, Movie Buff Grant over here. And today for By the Numbers, I am going to be reviewing Kung Fu Panda 4. I love this film. Without no doubts. The storyline is very well done. The direction was very, very well made. The animation was... Want to keep this one PG for Dave and Rich. So I'm just going to say that the animation was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Also, the music was actually very... very well made, especially Jack Black writing the finale song. No spoilers, by the way. And so far, this is my favorite movie of the year. And for my scores for Movie Buff Grant, it's a 10 out of 10. Would I highly recommend the 4th installment? You bet. I would definitely would recommend this movie to you guys if you love the completionist of being a DreamWorks fan, or if you love the Kung Fu Panda franchise, especially with Jack Black.
So Grant gives it a perfect score of 100.
I thought he was going to drop the F-bomb. I really did. I was like, he's going to say, fucking
because he was like,
awesome.
I got to keep this PG for you. Don't got to keep it PG for us.
Oh, no.
We try to keep it PG for you.
Yeah.
So we are definitely not PG. There is no P's or G's. And we're very close to being NC-17 on this show. So all it's missing
like,
is
Grant, say
it. Drop an F-bomb. Do it.
We're such great role models.
Yes, we are. Lord, I apologize.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got his view, and and he did. There was some stuff I had to cut out, like this. They're originally planned for 6 Kung Fu Panda movies.
Oh wow!
And that this is the beginning of a new trilogy.
Well, hopefully they continue to make money.
I'm down for this if they keep going. I really like these movies. I enjoy, except for 2. I didn't care for 2.
Yeah,
but I've loved all of them. Other than that, you're right. Since when do you guys keep things PG? Right,
right.
The only time we had a PG was when Grant was on the show.
Yeah, we kept. I didn't even cuss once.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, and I had to really watch my P's and Q's when.
I mean, shoot, I had my granddaughter on the headset, and he made an obscene joke.
I didn't even realize. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah.
But he kept it clean with Grant. I
did.
Really impressed with that. But yeah, you guys, this was so much fun.
It was.
I had a blast watching this. I will definitely buy it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch this. What's that?
Have you picked the first one up at 4K yet?
No, I didn't.
I keep looking. It's only $20.
I might.
I know. I was like,
It was rated G when Grant was on.
There you go.
Well, especially when Sunny came on, because I was like,
oh shit.
Oh crap, she's 9.
Dude, I hope you guys go back and watch that episode with Grant and Sunny, because man, that was so fun.
It was so much fun. And then for the times I had my granddaughter on, and she was hitting me with the foam sword, and there were some great moments in that episode. It was a blast.
Yeah. I think that's one of our better episodes. Just
Yeah, I agree.
And they're coming back in July, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
So yeah, be late July or August.
Whenever they're coming back this summer.
I'm leaning toward August because of course my anniversary is in July, and I got to figure out what's going on with Spirits with Spirits and if we're going to get together. So it might be late July or it might be August. Right now, I'm thinking like early August.
Well, whatever it is.
As we get closer to the date, I will know. I will have it set. But yeah, we're gonna have Sunny on, and we're gonna have Grant back on. But it's gonna be Sunny's high five with 5 of her favorite movies.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have her score them, and we'll see how she does. I have faith too, and I do know that Grant actually gave me a preliminary list already for Sunny, but I said, well, let's wait until we get closer in case Sunny has something else.
Yeah, she can see something that she has never saw, loved it.
Or she could be, hey, I've changed my mind about another movie, or you know what? I no longer think that all movies are art.
That was the greatest thing.
I don't think that'll ever happen. I love her mind on that, the way her heart is with movies.
Yeah. So she's saying Roadhouse remake is art, guys.
Yes, exactly. Sunny, Sunny, all movies are art.
Yep.
But of course, I could say that about the Ghostbusters movie too, even though you didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I hope they release a 4K steelbook I think they will.
For what? Kung Fu Panda?
May or June when it's getting released. Oh, that's the Kung Fu Panda 4. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about
I'm
right.
not gonna buy it day one. I don't want to buy animation unless it's Spider-Verse. That's the only movie I buy day one. That's it.
Yeah, he will buy multiple copies of that day one.
Yeah,
So
I won't spend $30 for Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, I don't think I'd buy it. I might buy it day one. Actually, I think I probably will buy it day one.
I think I'd wait for Black Friday and see if anywhere's got it.
Yeah. But I know if it's May or June, then maybe, we have that Prime Day in June.
Oh, true.
Where movies come up half price. I don't think Kung Fu Panda will be in there, but that's where I'm hoping to get some of the movies that I passed on this year, because I'm trying to adhere to my New Year's resolution of not buying movies when they first come out.
I have no problem with that. You have a problem.
I have a problem with that. I'm trying. It's really hard for me.
I bet it is, man. It was hard for me when I started doing it.
Yeah, that's really hard. I mean, once I get more comfortable with it, then it won't be that hard of a deal to fuss with. I will never watch the Roadhouse remake ever again. It was that bad.
Bro. I've seen it 3 times. Dude, it's so hard to explain, Jay. That movie, I can turn it on. It's just fun to watch. Awesome. Have you really watched the first Roadhouse? That movie is not good.
The first Roadhouse is not that good. It's total cheese. If it's not released on Steelbook, I will wait for a sale. I agree with that. Like if I can get a Steelbook, then yeah, I'd probably buy that day one.
I hope Nate doesn't watch this episode because he's gonna give me shit if I've seen Roadhouse 3 times.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, as far as Jay not watching Roadhouse again. Wow. I know. That's a wow moment. Thank you, Piper, for giving us that. I like the OG. I do too. I enjoy it.
I do too, but it's not
as far as scoring it, I think it'd probably get in the 70s.
Oh, I would probably give it like a 50 or 60.
But you gave the remake a 76.
Yeah, I did. It's Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but
there were shades of Nightcrawler. There's some. If you go back, like
there's some creepy Nightcrawler vibes there. I get it.
If you guys haven't seen Nightcrawler, fuck, go watch that.
Nightcrawler's fantastic. That's a 9. That's a 9 out of 10 easy.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Anyway, what's our highlights?
All right, let's go to our highlights on Kung Fu Panda, you guys, because there's a few. There's quite a few on this one. All right, so Rich, you gave 10s to the cast, visuals, sound, genre, and subgenre, and then 8s for acting and direction, 7s for trailer, ending, and story. I gave 10s to cast, story, visuals, and genre, 9 for ending, 8s for trailer and subgenre, 7s for direction and sound. So totally worth seeing.
I did not expect this to be as good as
I found Ambulance better. I liked Ambulance.
I like Ambulance too.
Ambulance was solid. I found out there was a Roadhouse 2. I know it's on Blu-ray, but it's not streaming. Yes, there is a Roadhouse 2. It is absolutely vile. It is horrible. So don't pay money for it if you can help it.
The same people that buy that Roadhouse 2 will buy Madam Web, guarantee. When Madam Web comes out, you're gonna see how many people fucking post it on Instagram. I got this Steelbook. I got right. They'll be like, "Oh, that fucking movie's garbage." I know all movies are subjective, but
all movies are subjective.
But
I guess unless it's Madam Web.
Yeah, this is Madam Web.
Because I mean, it's even made Grant's bottom 5 list. So
that's why he didn't cuss in that one.
I know that movie. Grant, potty mouth.
We love you, Grant.
We love you, Grant. It's awesome.
So, what's our final scores?
I was actually looking for Roadhouse 2. Yeah, Roadhouse 2, Last Call. Let me just tell you, IMDb score is 4.3. Jonathan Schleck is the star of it. And yeah, it's awful. But Jake Busey's in it, so that just lets you know how bad it is when Jake Busey's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But yeah, let's go to our final scores on Kung Fu Panda 4, you guys, taking our top spot this week. IMDb is giving this 6.5. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 71%, audience score 86%. Get this, you gave it an 87, I gave it an 85. Our average score is also 86.
That's pretty fucking cool. That's why I like the scoring. This is scoring because when we like, I don't know what you give it. I don't know what I give it because I don't do math. And I like to see that when you put that card up there, how close we are to Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb. For the most part, we're kind of close most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting how, sometimes we're closer to the critic score than the audience score.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're closer to one and I'm closer to the other. But it's interesting because IMDb, they take the average score on a 1 to 10 star rating, which is why it's a 6.5 or whatever. And then Rotten Tomatoes, it's a percentage score about how many people liked it versus how many people didn't. So it's just interesting and then we take basically like a total score out of 100. So it's almost a percentage score, but it's of the movie, not if we, liked it or didn't like it. So we kind of do a mix of what IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes does.
And that's the genius of the Lowdown Way. It took me a little bit to get used to it. But man,
now you can't get it out of your head.
Yeah, no, I can't. It's like it's there. It's ingrained in my head.
I know. I'm sitting there watching Godzilla going, okay, 7 for visuals, 8 for visuals. I was at a 10 for visuals before we got halfway through the movie.
Yeah, about maybe 25 minutes in, this is 10.
I was like,
I was a 10.
Unless I do something hokey, which I didn't get. The CGI on it was good.
I had my sound score at 8 until they played Kisses. I Was Made for Loving You. I was like 10, right then and there. Anytime you throw a Kiss song on the soundtrack, I was like,
oh, see, yeah. So you got like a bump with those. Yeah. So yeah, if I like the song, it's always a 1 point bump. It's a 1 point bump. I like it. It's a 1 point knock if I didn't. So that's why my Color Purple sound score is 2.
That movie was very good.
Because I'm like, oh, I hate it. It's like nails on a chalkboard listening to the music. But as a musical, I still gave it an 8 because I think it's a solid musical, judging by the fact that I didn't like the songs.
Yeah.
That's how I can say, oh yeah, good musical. Let's see. I said they were going to release Madam Web in a bundle with 50 Shades of Grey Steelbook box set. Box isn't necessary because they all stick together. Nasty. That's nasty.
Okay, I have a thing about 50 Shades of Grey because I have never seen that movie. I own the white Steelbook. I bought it because my ex-wife, she read the books, loved the books. She's like, oh, I want to see the movie. Bought the movie. Guess what she gave me in the divorce? 50 Shades of Grey.
You got the Steelbook into the divorce.
Yeah.
Great.
She took the I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember the old Steelbooks from Best Buy? They were DVD size when they were in Blu-rays. They were a little bigger than what they are now. Yeah. She took the New Moon one and left me 50 Shades of Grey. She picked out the movies that she wanted to keep, and it was no big deal. But she took that one. I don't know. I like the way it was oversized. The New Moon Steelbook from Twilight. But
right.
Made 50 Shades of fucking Grey. I was like, damn. And I have yet to watch it, and I'm in my Fs right now in my collection, and so I'm gonna have to watch 50 Shades of Grey.
You're in your Fs, so you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I'd be interested to see, you actually watch 50 Shades because I've seen all 3 of them.
I've never seen them. I like the.
I didn't love them. They were okay, but and you know, considering what I've heard about the books, I haven't read the books, but considering what I heard about the books, the movies were really tame.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for some porn, but I didn't get that. But Dakota Johnson's cute.
Yeah,
I'll give her that much.
She's sexy. So next week's movies.
Yeah. What do we got next week, bro?
Next week, let me pull it out. That sounded bad.
Wait. Don't pull it out. It's not that kind of shit.
I meant pull it up. Okay. Next week, next week might be a little weird. Okay.
All right. He's going to pull it out. It's going to get weird.
We have that's in the movie theater. We have Dream Scenario, which is on Max. We have Shirley, which is on Netflix. We have Migration, which is on Blu-ray. And we have Out of Darkness on Blu-ray and DVD, VOD. But if for some reason that Dave can't get to see Immaculate, we're going to toss in the Bray Wyatt documentary that is on Peacock, which I've seen it already. It's called Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal. It was fantastic. It was if you follow WWE, you know who Bray Wyatt is. He passed away last year. That'll be subbed in for Immaculate if Dave can't get to see it.
I'm trying to get to see it. I'm hoping it doesn't go away and I'll get a chance to see it this weekend. But yeah, worst comes to worst, we'll have to throw the Bray Wyatt in after that. Speaking of wrestling, since we're talking about the Bray Wyatt documentary, we have a very special show that we're going to air beginning April 11th. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to watch WrestleMania and we're going to score each match. I have a new scoring system for the matches that we set up, and we're going to basically talk about each match on the show. So we're going to do a special WrestleMania show, and since it goes for 2 days, we're going to do 2 shows. Our first show is going to air live April 11th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to talk about day one's matches, what we liked and didn't like, give a score to each match. So if you guys are interested in wrestling at all, you watch WWE, you see WrestleMania, pop on over. We're going to talk about the matches, what we liked and didn't like. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do it.
It was just a quick thing David kind of came up with at the yesterday, and we talked about it real quick. He got me jazzed, so I'm down. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, I got him stiff. Caveman noted that, so yeah, I got him stiff with that. You said toss in. That's right. Right over the top rope, buddy. I was told I look like Bray Wyatt on a stream I was on from my hospital room the other night.
Are you still in the hospital, bro? I did not know that. I thought you were home, man.
Hopefully you just had to go back for something.
Yeah, hopefully something. But man, you're still in our thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah, we're still thinking about you,
we
brother.
Can't wait for you to come back. We need some caveman on the show.
Yep.
That sounded a lot more sexual than
that's right. Rich can't wait to have your club on the show.
And there's our NC-17 rating.
And there's our NC-17.
You can put a little graphic up here. NC-17 rated MC-17.
Yeah. We're here.
Hey.
No, I have it set. We're 18 and over only. So yeah, I'm here until April 6th. Okay. Well,
just a couple more days, bro.
Couple more days and you're out of there, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna watch WrestleMania, and then we're gonna do a show. We're reviewing the matches. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna put our, both of us being wrestling fans.
But what I like about it is David is an ex-wrestler, so we're gonna have a nice perspective on the matches and what he can throw his knowledge into what's going on in these matches. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to doing that too. I'd like to just, see if my past experience can weigh into some of this stuff. But yeah, I've done everything in the pro wrestling business from from production to wrestling to refereeing. I've written scripts. I've developed wrestling names and designed finishing moves for people. So it'll be a lot of fun to actually kind of weigh in on some of this, and hopefully actually provide some insight from a person who's on the inside of the ring, to let you guys know how the matches actually work and what's going on. Because I hate it when people say it's fake. Because
I hate that. It fucking pisses me off.
I mean, because it's
scripted. They don't want to watch it because it's fake.
Yeah.
But they sit and watch fucking sitcoms, fucking
TV, but you're gonna watch Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah, that's fake.
Knowing perfectly well that that's fake. So there's no difference. Yes, it's scripted. The outcome is said. But
they put their bodies on the line.
They put their bodies on the line, and they're doing the work. Aside from the strikes sometimes being light, there's a lot of things that they do full on. Because
look at the whipping that The Rock and Roman gave Cody and Seth last night or Monday night. That was real. You can't take, and you saw it on their backs. There's no doing that lightly.
Yeah,
that happens.
It says I'd really like to get Dave to watch Heels and discuss it. I could. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
I've never seen Heels, but I would watch it and discuss. Let you guys know what's going on. Oh, come on. Your wrestling name is obviously Jay Manley. We don't even have to change it.
We're gonna adopt. I know Mark Henry had Sexual Chocolate, but we're gonna go with Jay Sexual Chocolate Manley. I
think it's got to go first. It's got to be Sexual Chocolate Jay Manley.
Yeah.
Do
the second coming.
That's right. The second coming of Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah.
The Chocolate Messiah, Jay Manley.
There you go.
The Chocolate Messiah. There it is. Yeah. He agrees. There you go. The Chocolate Messiah. Awesome.
We love you, Jay.
And you're gonna come in. You're gonna pull a Devon. You're gonna be like that, and just plah. Yeah. See, I don't get stars. That's the good reason I haven't watched Heels. Maybe one of these days.
Anyway, let's wrap this up because we got another show to do.
And we're almost at an hour and a half. So I agree, brother. This has been an amazing show, you guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate every one of you guys that watch us live, that watch us on the replay. Remember, hit the like and subscribe button, please.
Yes,
and head over to Spotify. Give the podcast
head over to Spotify. Give us a follow over there. And then you can listen to us on any of those stations.
And we could be great foreplay to get your partners in the mood.
We can be.
Wow.
It can be great.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. God bless. And we'll see you next time on the Faces for Radio podcast. Bye, everybody.
God bless.